Good afternoon, this is Richard Millender with Wilson West Agency, and today's topic is going to be how to evict a tenant in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. First step is you're going to want to make sure that you're evicting the tenant for a valid reason. You can't just evict a tenant, it has to be due to either non-payment or a specific violation of the lease that you signed with that tenant. So it's always important to be sure that you use a great valid lease and that both parties have signed and agreed to all the terms and conditions of that lease properly. You'd want to go to the Wake County Clerk of Court's office to get all the paperwork that you would need to file an eviction. It's pretty easy to do, but it's generally going to require you to go down there. You can find those forms online if you like, and if you'll contact us, we can give you that information. Currently, the fee for filing an eviction in Wake County is $96 to file for the actual eviction. Then the courts charge you $25 per defendant, and your defendant would be defined as the tenant living in the property. So anyone's name who is on the lease, say you've got two tenants at the property, it's $25 per tenant. That affords the sheriff to go out to the property to serve the eviction on those tenants. Once you've gone to court and you win your case, say it's for simple non-payment, if the tenant doesn't move out within the prescribed period of time, which is typically 10 days in Wake County, that the judge will give them to move out, you have to go back and file what is called a writ for possession. There is a $30 fee to file the writ, and then you've also got to pay the $25 fee per defendant again for the sheriff to go back out and file that writ for possession. Well, what that'll do when the writ is filed is the sheriff will physically go to the property, you'll meet them there, and they will remove them from the property if they're still there or if their possessions are still there. Just be sure you never change the locks on a tenant if they're living there and you haven't gone through the proper eviction process. The courts do not look upon that very well at all. It'll put yourself in a really bad position. So never, out of anger, never go to the property and change locks on a tenant's while a tenant's living there. If you didn't see the movie Pacific Heights, maybe take a look at that. That'll give you a little bit of a glimpse into what would happen if you did that. That took place in San Francisco, but some of those similar laws happen here in North Carolina. And expect to spend about 8 to maybe 20 hours for the eviction process. That's going to include time going down to the courthouse on 2 or 3 different occasions to get the eviction papers filed and to attend the court proceedings. And then the back and forth that you'll have with the court, and then the time that you'll have to spend, dealing with your tenant and getting them out of there and getting the property ready. So that should give you a pretty good idea of what it takes to evict a tenant in Raleigh. If you've got any specific questions, please contact our office. Although if we're not currently managing your property, the law does not allow a management company to evict a tenant that they did not have first-hand experience with. So if someone's not managing your property now and you need a tenant evicted, you'll probably need to hire an attorney to do that, but we can certainly help you and give you some advice on how to get that taken care of. Again, we appreciate your time. Talk to you again soon.